I mean, Rory, you've been a big taker of the stability stuff.
Yeah, I mean, since I switched to the Spider X, my putting has went to another level.
Yeah.
And it's easy, it's alignment, it's stability, it's that feeling of, I know exactly where I'm aiming, so all I need to do is concentrate on making a decent stroke, but knowing that even if I don't make my best stroke, the ball's still going to start where I want it to start.
Yeah.
And that's
a lot of
it's
comfort.
such a nice, it's such a comfortable feeling when you're on the putting green to know that, even if you don't make your best stroke, it's still gonna roll the way you want it to, for the most part.
It's like if you have your eyes working on, you got a good spot to line up at. You feel so free over it.
Yeah, and that's, again, we were talking over in the chipping green, Tommy and I, the one thing you want to do over a golf shot is feel comfortable before you pull the trigger.
Yes.
And that's
Now,
that's obviously all the way through the bag.
So when you watch, not that you guys are watching, but you're certainly not watching TV, but you're playing these tournaments and you're seeing this Mallet stability story really taking over the top tournaments.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
What does that impact you in any way? You've been a big part of the change.
Yes.
But does it impact decisions that you make about putting and putters and models?
Yeah, I think you fall into two camps in golf. You're either a traditionalist or you're more of a progressive, use the technology and use what's at your disposal. I always was a traditionalist until I started using the Spider, started to see the benefits of it, started to putt better. So it's just about making that leap or that jump of no, we've used blade putters for 100 years. That's the,
Yeah.
And then it's all of a sudden you're like, actually there is an easier way to do this. And that's been my thing. It's I love the look of a traditional blade putter and I love the feel of it and the feedback, but I just don't putt as well with it. Yeah. And that's
where I'm stuck in between, because I'm exactly on Rory's point right now, and I'm still stuck on the blade, and I want the technology, I want everything, I want the stability. I just haven't, putting it down, I haven't seen it. You got to be comfortable over the putter, right? That's the biggest thing. When you set it down, if you're not comfortable, then you can't use it. And I just haven't set something down where I'm oh man, Rory right now can set his putter down and just putt.
Yeah.
I haven't hit that point yet, and that's where I'm still in the balance.
And it took me a little while. It was back in Hawaii 2019 when I first put the Spider in the bag. And
Which is a tough week to putt because the greens.
Yeah, the greens are grainy, and the pros at that point far outweighed the cons. And then as I practiced more with it and got used to the look of it, I one of the best things about Spider for me and the stability, is the fact that I set up to an intermediate point. So I know, I set up to where I'm supposed to go, and I get set up, 80% of the job's done. And then all I do is take it back, take it through. And then that's it's such a nice feeling to know that that's the hard work done. That's with a Spider, with a Mallet, with something for me, that's the hard part. Okay, so my speed improved so much whenever I went to the Spider putter.
Did it?
So much. Because
what?
Shallower face, so I'd get it more out of the middle of the face every single time. And the grooves. It launched very similar there wasn't as much variance.
That's what I've noticed about my blade. That's what I want. I want a roll that's just rolling the same every time.
The whole,
Yeah.
But how did you get over it though? Because you were playing a blade for so long.
Yeah.
How did you get to that point where you're just I've got to embrace this?
I got sick of missing putts. I got sick of missing putts. I just was I need something that just helps me get the ball in the hole.
And it's interesting.
And I think I took away my ego to be I should be able to putt with a blade putter.
Yeah.
I took that away and was I'm just going to go with whatever is going to help me.
I like that. Why'd you pick up that hosel, Colin?
I just wanted to try it. I actually picked up the slant neck that Rory and everyone else was using first. But I was just curious because it seems like it's a little farther away from the face.
It is, yeah. That's what I feel with that neck. It's very much feel like the face is behind the.
I agree. So why do you like that? Because you're still hitting putts with it.
Oh, I just haven't changed them.
Okay.
So what, Trottie? What's the difference in those necks? Because they're like to the
Toe hang
very,
and offset.
but they're very
Yeah, they look
similar.
very
right?
similar.
They're very
They do.
similar, but
toe hang.
toe
so
hang
release.
Is,
So
is that more toe hang?
that
or
is
less?
less because it's further away. So,
So
it brings
this is okay.
more. So it brings you into here. So if you're unsure,
Which is probably a better
Because
fit
I'm
for
a
you.
little more
Correct.
forward.
Right.
correct, and it brings you back into this space. Where am I? How much do I need to release it?
Braxton tells you to go more inside? Or that's your
Yeah.
tendency?
So yeah, because of where I set up. You know, I can go.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what?
So like if my right arm gets like, sometimes what happens, my right arm gets high, and then it wants to go. So I have to try and tuck my right out inside my right
Do you try
elbow
and,
into
like,
my
Do you actually try
Yeah.
and like have it in?
and like into the inside of my shirt, and then like that's how I set up, and then I just try to put the left hand on, and then I just go.
It's not
I like
stiff,
that.
but like obviously it's touching.
It is.
Going-
It's touching your stump.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
your
keep
body.
like going
Yeah.
more and more like Nicholas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But like that's a good point you make. That
It's just a little feel. It's just like just have it. Just it doesn't even have to be hitting your side, but just your shirt.
okay.
Just feel it like.
just so I'm not going because
Because
go,
then-
my right hand is on top. So you
Yeah,
go.
me
so if
too.
anything,
But like
I
the
go-
thing is, if I do this, I know my right arm and the shaft are matching up.
when you touch.
Yeah.
So like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
so
what
you're-
you want.
Exactly. Like that.
You don't want
that
it.
matches
You don't want it
up.
like.
Exactly. That matches up. Your right forearm
And
and
you
your
can
shaft
just
are
go.
like.